Hello. I haven't done this in a while, so there's going to be some delays. Wow, OBS adjusted the heck out of their layout. Wow. Turn that off. We turn that off. Like I said, it's been a while. So, oh, hello. Hello, Udon. How are you? Udon's here. I had better invite people so that they can see the Udon. Hello. Hello. Hello, Udon. There's Udon, everyone. You know what? Let's... Hang on. There we go. There we go. Come on up. Udon, come on. Shh. Udon. She sit. Oh, okay. And now Sarah's here. And I can see Soba. I wish they would all come here. Okay, Sarah's on the desk. You know what? Let's cheat. Let's cheat. Let's see. Udon. Wait, Soba. Hang on a sec. I gotta get Soba. Soba. Where'd you go? Soba, where'd you go? Wow. Soba's just gone. Soba returned to her home planet. But Udon's here. And, I'm lasering. It's not really a mason jar. This is a popular hip thing to do. They're mason jars, but they're never meant to be used as jars. I guess you could probably screw a lid on there. I don't know. Anyway, Sarah is behind my monitor. Oh, hello. Oh, she's here. Hello. Sarah is present. Hello, Sarah. Don't knock over what's left of my beer. Oh? Will they interact? Will they interact? Oh my gosh. Pet. 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 Yeah, they're both, as me and my friend Peek would say, they're both brindles. They're very different cats, but yeah, they definitely both have the, like, tortoiseshell energy going on. Oh, don't worry. The cats know that you love them. The cats know that everyone loves them. That's why they were born. They're like the Jem'Hadar, except instead of being bred to fight, they're bred to be loved by everything. Anyway. Pat 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 pat. What about you? Pat 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 pat. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're snuffling. They're snuffling each other. They're snuffling. They're snuffling. Oh, I'm sorry. Too much patting? Did I pat you too much? Or are you yelling at Sarah? Proceed. Continue what you were doing. Kitties, I need you to, Sarah, don't headbutt my monitor. Thud. Look at Udon. Just absolutely a beautiful cat. She's on a swivel chair, so I can be rude. Oh my gosh, I'm turning her, and she's rotating in order to not get turned. Slurp, slurp, slurp. There we go. Look at Udon. Yeah, she round. If she'll set up, come on, let's go. You're getting snuffled. POV, you were being sniffed. Oh, she's got the paw hang. She's got the paw hang. Gosh. And the hips. Oh. Scritchy, scritchy? My carpet is incredibly dirty because they're just destroying the cardboard scratcher directly onto it. I don't mind. I vacuum once in a while. Come on. You gotta do the scritchy, scritchy? I like it when you do the scritchy, scritchy. Sharpen those claws. Let's go. Let's go! Oh my god, you can't do this to me. It's like I'm waiting for a sneeze. Come on, let's go. Udon. Udon, there's a schedule. Now you do it. Nope. Okay. That's fair, and that's good, and that's fine. Sarah's still here. Anyway, so the situation is video games. I'm sad to report. This webcam is an Elgato face cam, which I'm very impressed by, especially given the price. All right. So this is a new experiment. I am... what am I doing? Oh, right. Okay. So this is a new experiment. I wanted to run some Commodore 64 games, and Daria introduced me to a method for doing this through a package called C64 Dreams, which I highly recommend. It's very, very good. Sarah, you need to go over here. It's very, very good. It's basically a curated C64 collection. So not only is it the ROMs, but it's also graphics, custom control layouts for your gamepad. Well, I'll show you what I mean. Basically, it's designed... I hate the Commodore 64, and I think that all the games for it suck, and I am trying to fight that feeling. I have spent years trying to fight that feeling, but I still have that feeling. I think the Commodore 64 is a terrible platform, like in terms of hardware. I think all the advantages that people imagined about it are fake. There were other platforms, and everyone who had one got duped. I'm sorry. That's not really quite true because none of the computers on the market were any good. But the point is that I've never found a good game for it, personally. I found some interesting games, but I've never found a good one. And there's nothing I can do about this. The platform is just super weird, and the games made for it are deeply British in that frustrating way. Anyway, the best way to not have to deal with the weirdness is to basically cheat a lot. And so virtually all of these games have trainers, and they also, the thing that I'm looking at right here is a program called LaunchBox, which I highly recommend. One moment. Yeah, maybe not all games for it are European, but they all have European energy. LaunchBox is a fantastic it's a fantastic piece of software. I know I'm running at a really high resolution here, so you can't because this is running on my main monitor, so you can't really necessarily see what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can window it. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I didn't see the ability to window it, so I didn't realize that I could. Let me fix this up. That's better. Let's shrink it thusly. Yeah, that's a lot healthier. Pre-recorded. What are you talking about? What? I don't know who you are, but go away. Anyway, this thing here, LaunchBox, is it's an emulator front end, but all of those are terrible. Like, they do their best, I guess, but they're pretty terrible. And this one is the only one I've ever seen that like actually puts in the necessary legwork to make it the thing that you want. And let's be real here. When I say they're terrible, what I really mean is that they're not a whole bunch of free effort, and LaunchBox is. I mean, there's a paid version of it, but honestly, like most of the one second. Okay, cool. There we go. Sorry, hang on. I'm getting some weird messages here. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I'm having a bit of a weird night. Anyway, let me try and get this out. So, LaunchBox is an emulator front end that does all the stuff that we always wish that they all did. So it pulls together a whole bunch of media, which is compiled by hand by volunteers, I assume, or by the individuals who make the product, because it's a product. It's not an open source thing, which is why it's good. So every single game, just about, that I've ever found for this thing, with exceptions for extremely rare stuff, it has a box picture. It has screenshots. You can actually, in a lot of cases, view a video. You can actually see like a YouTube video. It'll link you directly to one of gameplay. And that, there's a whole lot more shit that it does. But the important thing is what I just said. It has a summary of the game that's written in like plain language. The game is a shooter, seen from the cockpit perspective of the Flyer Fox. Each level begins with an automatic takeoff, all right? So you don't need to do the box of chocolates thing where you have to bite into each one for like 4 or 5 minutes to find out what it is. Just like getting all the way up to oh, I see, the is it live person. That's a bot. This is a bot thing. Okay, cool. Whatever. We'll play whack-a-mole. I don't give a shit. Anyway, God, this is frustrating. I did my first stream in a while, and people are here being weird. Anyway, the important thing is that you spend time playing games, not trying to find a game. And that's so frustrating. To give you an idea, I have opened up my folder for the Commodore 64 and just picked games out of it at random at least 80 times. At least 80 times. And every single time, I've gone through 4 or 5 games that were all dreadful. And then given up. So this one allows me to find out whether something is at all interesting before I open it. So for instance, this thing here, Big Mac. This shows me some screenshots down here. All right, it's a platform game. It's got some interesting art. I want to play this game. The other thing that's cool is that it lets you group games and search them in a whole bunch of wild ways. So right now I'm doing like a full text search. I know I'm like talking a lot instead of playing the game, but you got to bear with me because I love this thing so much. It's so cool. DWI officer. I'm currently doing a full text search within a platform category, and then I'm sorting those results and categorizing them by release year. So I have an 83 and an 84 and an 85 that are pre-filtered. So these are only games that contain Mac in the name. But then they're also filtered into year. But I could also have them sorted into things like genre or, let's see, what the publisher, region, etc. Okay? And then I can go to the filter here, and I can add another filter on top of that. So I can then say I want to see games I want to see games that have Mac in the name for the C64 that are in the fighting category, and then I want them sorted by year. It's so cool. What the hell? There's some sort of weird... What is the bot shit that's going on here? Man, this is ridiculous. I've never had this problem before. Steam? I don't think Steam... These are Commodore 64 games. I don't think Steam has, like, hundreds and hundreds of those. I could be wrong, but either way, no, I haven't seen anything else that does this. Anyway, it has pretty good emulator integration, but the thing I'm running here is kind of weird. C64 Dreams has like all these pre-made scripts for every single game. So I'm going to fire one up and hopefully... Yeah, you know, it's kind of like that, right? Imagine if you had Steam, except it's for older games. And the thing is, C64 Dreams is very specifically for C64, but LaunchBox itself actually does all this magic for every platform. So Daria has this loaded up with every game console in existence. And even more interestingly, DOS games and Windows games. And there's all these carefully curated collections now, not just the old ROM dumps. People are now putting together all these carefully curated collections so that you get the same benefit, but for other platforms. And so we have a DOS collection as well. I can't remember the name of it, where every single game has been carefully optimized. And when you install it, yes, it does homebrew and ROM hacks. I can't remember the details, but I think it actually does. It actually does have a pretty for ROM hacks, I believe it has this approach, and maybe this is something Daria did, or maybe it's built in. I don't remember, but she had it set up, I think. So you could go like right-click on Super Mario Brothers, and then it would give you a list of every Super Mario Brothers ROM hack. Don't quote me on that. Sorry, what is going on? They're not bots, but who the hell are they? This is stupid. If this continues, I'm just gonna make this a private stream and restart it. I don't have to put up with this shit. That's beside the point. If they keep coming, then I'm just gonna fucking give up. I'm sorry, pardon me, folks. This is very frustrating. We've had to ban like 6 people here. They're putting weird shit in the chat. Like I would probably actually be playing a game by now if I wasn't having to think about this. All right. Anyway. I'm gonna give this a shot, but if this happens one more time, I'm done. I can't do it. I can't put up with this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna start a game. Now, I haven't fully tested this yet, so it might be loud. I hope it isn't. Okay, there we go. All right, so like I said, all these games have been cracked, and or not cracked, but they've all been trainered, and maybe cracked. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with the C64 border. Yeah, okay. This emulator is kind of weird. I'm just sort of coping with it. Anyway, so here's the interesting thing about C64 Dreams. All these games have been equipped with a... It does kind of look zoomed in, doesn't it? Wait a minute. Oh my god, is this being cropped? It shouldn't be. Oh my god, I spent so much effort setting this up. No, I don't think this is cropped. Well, like, I'm losing the border area, yeah, but there's reasons for that. It's because my emulator is misbehaving. But I don't think we're actually losing any of the, Yeah, I think that is how the splash screen actually works. Here, I'm going to get into the game. Let's see if it actually plays correctly. Whatever this game is. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, no, something is cropped. What's going on here? Oh, I think I know why. Scale to inner bounds. And then... Got it. Okay. I think this is better. We still don't get the border, but that's unavoidable. But now I've got this set up so it scales to the inside of the area, so we should be okay. Anyway, so here's what's cool about C64 Dreams. On my gamepad, if I hit these two buttons, I get this is again not scaled correctly, but now I know how to fix it. Like I said, I've never used this particular setup before, so bear with me. Okay. Okay. Oh, we know what problem I'm going to run into now? Oh my god, right. Okay. Whatever. You know what? There was let me just reset this and you'll see why I had it cropped. But we're not going to be able to avoid it. Okay. One of the things that's frustrating about this is you see those borders on the left and right? There's nothing I can do about them. They're baked into it. There's no way to get rid of them. I spent like 20 minutes earlier and I could not get rid of it. But if I crop it to get rid of those, then you can't see the whole. Yeah. So it's just. So this is the trade-off, right? The way this package works, C64 Dreams, is it's got about 15 different weird applications rolled into it. So when you launch a game from LaunchBox, normally LaunchBox has all this cool emulator integration, and you could like configure all the settings for the game, the window defaults and controls and sound and all sorts of stuff from inside LaunchBox, and then it pushes those settings to the emulator when you start it. C64 Dreams, however, is trying to streamline it even further, and so what they've done is they've abandoned LaunchBox's emulator integration, and instead, I'm not kidding here, when you launch a game, it runs a VB script file, which runs a batch file, which runs a CMD file, which launches the game, and then calls an auto hotkey script, and runs about 7 other utilities. And to you, all you see is the thing pop up. But apparently, without all that, there's weird interactions that cause like a command prompt to pop up on your screen that you can't get rid of. And so the guy did all this complicated shit with like all these different programs just to get that to not happen. And in the process, you lose all the integration, you lose the ability to... it's just a mess. It is a disaster, and I'm not talking shit on the person who did it at all, because I understand why they got into that situation, and I think that for 99% of people, that's not going to be a problem. Also, LaunchBox by itself, without C64 Dreams, is still pretty good. It would do like 80% of this, but Dreams it gives that little bit extra. If you just wanted to play games and you already knew which ones you wanted to play, don't bother with Dreams. Just get a ROM pack and use LaunchBox. It's fine. C64 Dreams is just good for exploring the collection. Anyway, okay. So the cool thing about Dreams is, I said guy, but I don't know their gender. So forgive me for that. The person who's maintaining this has made these custom little diagrams for every single game, as far as I know. Maybe there's some generic ones, but For a whole bunch of these, at least, they've got little notes on here that tell you specifically how to work with this particular game. And it's got reminders for like how to like load and save states and stuff like that. So that's all pretty cool. So anyway, joystick, one player. Okay, let's see if we could. Oh, and in fact, so you would. Here's the real misery of doing retro games of this sort on home computers. How do we proceed? Nothing's working. None of my buttons I press do anything. But if we go to that special screen, it says, press enter on the screen asking for number of players and joystick. Okay, there we go. So that's one of the things they've done is they've... hang on a second. Okay, it doesn't pause though, so hold up. I'm gonna try and move forward here a little bit. Wait. Whoa, how does this game work? Okay, so there's like a force field there. Oh, okay. Okay, so when you walk into a switch, the direction that you're pointing switches it. I see. Is that going to make me go up? Yes, it does. Now that's going to kill me, right? Nope. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let me figure out how to pause, and then I'll respond to that question. Does it say how to pause? Oh, that's weird. For some reason, pressing escape changes the background color. There we go. That's a little easier to see. Oh, that's what's going on. The combo for getting to the menu is to press both these buttons, but this one is run stop, and that changes the background. Okay, okay. So that's the thing. Like, my whole job, as far as I'm concerned, is to actually try and make sense of these old games that are inscrutable, because as much as I complain about even the C64... Oh, no, I died. As much as I complain about even the C64, I know that there is value here. You just have to have the patience to see it. But C64 Dreams has taken out a bunch of the frustration, in my opinion, of trying to find a game that's even worth figuring out. I realize I'm, like, going off on it pretty hard here, but I really think that it's the hero of the whole conversation. Like, it's almost like I'm not playing C64, I'm playing C64 Dreams. I'm also a bit drunk already, and also I've had a hell of a week, and God, yesterday was awful. No. All right, so this isn't. I'm gonna say this is not a good game. No, the controls really aren't wacky. It can't get a whole lot better than this. It kind of needs to be this way. And I absolutely do not, in a million years, have the patience to assign controls for every single ROM. I need somebody else to do this for me, or I am never going to play these games. Okay, so that's the trick. I get it now. So for that guy there, in order to get that laser to stop, you have to hit the switch, and then sort of jump out of the laser's path. Damn it. Oh, man, this is... Oh, this is not good. Yeah, exactly. So, like, the selection process, it's like... It makes it so much easier... It makes it so much easier to find a game to get frustrated at, is I guess, the best way to put it. You know, it's not... It doesn't make it good. God, this level design comes off as someone just sort of futzing around with the level editor. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. I'm going to render my opinion on this game now. If only I can figure out how to pause it. It is P. Oh, I see. So, all right. those of you who know me know that I'm a big fan of speedruns. And every year when GDQ comes around, I sort of make a holiday of it that lasts all weekend. And or all week, I should say. I really love GDQ and I love speedrunning. It's not something I do, and I don't think it could be, but what's interesting, I think, is that there's a universe where it is, where it could have been. When I was a kid, I played Nintendo games. That was my primary form of entertainment. And I mean, I had PC games as well, but I had NES games. So I had, Castlevania and Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not 7. 7 was for the SNES. But I had these Mega Man games, and I had Zelda 2, and I had Castlevania and Metroid. And I remember what used to happen a lot is I'd be playing a game, and I would stumble across what I now know are speedrunning strats, like glitches. So, for instance, getting stuck in a wall in Metroid, using bombs in Metroid to climb slowly up and over an obstacle. I remember moments in like Castlevania where I went, wait a minute, if I stand right here, I'm sure that if I stood just one more pixel, if I were to sit here for 15 minutes and just tap the control to get that little extra bit out past the last pixel, I could jump and get onto that ledge, and it would skip this whole section of the game. And the reason I didn't do those things, the reason I didn't pursue that, is because I went, yeah, but that's not winning. If I did that, I wouldn't have won. And I was really stuck up about this for a long time. And in fact, it's the same reason that I didn't used to play games on easy. I wasn't willing to do that. I wasn't willing to... I would save scum in PC games, but... oh, hey, Joe. It's been 32 minutes. I would save scum in games, but I wouldn't do it to increase my chances of getting through a section. I would do it until I'd done the section right. And I was really I don't know where I was getting it from, but in my head, I always had this idea that I always had an idea of how you were supposed to play a particular part of a game, and I would refuse to let myself enjoy the game unless I could do it that way. I would get so mad, if I finished a section I remember Max Payne in particular, trying to play through Max Payne, I would do rooms over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and often I would get through them, but I would get through it and I'd have no pills left, and I would have run out of all the ammo for one of my guns, and I would go, no, that's not right. That's not how you're supposed to do it. That means I lost. I was supposed to get through that room by popping every enemy once, not getting hit, not getting stuck on a crate. I was supposed to get through that room with full health and 3 bottles of pills. So I'm going to do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again and do it again. I would just beat myself into the ground like that. And it took 20 plus years for me to learn to stop being a dumb shit about that, to just enjoy games. And God, it made it so much better. I can't believe... it made it so much more fun just to do stuff. And right. Okay, Brad. Thank you for joining, Brad, by the way. Good to see you. Didn't notice you were here. Marathon is so hard. And I remember being told something about Doom, and I don't remember if it's true. I don't remember if it was ever confirmed or if it was a rumor. I think it might have been true, that if you're playing on ultra violence in Doom, there's literally not enough ammo to complete the game by killing everything. When I was a kid, I only played Doom on ultra violence because I felt that anything under that wasn't the real game. I knew that Nightmare was supposed to be pointlessly hard and unbeatable. But I thought that the hardest setting of any game that wasn't obviously a joke was the correct difficulty, and that anything below that was a cop-out. And that if I finished the game that way, I hadn't really finished the game. I am so happy that I have purged this completely out of myself. It was so like, it didn't take much work either. I think it was literally like in the space of a day. I just had a conversation with myself. I said, "You are being an asshole. You are miserable. This is stupid. You're not enjoying anything, and you know this is bullshit. Just stop. Just stop." And I did. And just like that, like flipping a switch, I never finished a game once before I did that. And since then, I have finished dozens and dozens of games. Okay, so with all that said, this game, however, has a quality to it that is the defining mark of an unprofessional game, if you ask me. What makes a game bad? Well, what makes this game bad, specifically, is that in this game, in order to progress, you have to do things that, as a kid, I would have considered cheating. So, specifically, to get past that switch in the lower left, to get past the white switch, which is hovering in midair, I have to fall down off the rope, and as I'm falling, I have to pass through it at a diagonal. That's the only way to activate it. To turn on the brown switch, I have to step just past the center pixel, then jump up and to the right. And there's like a 1-frame gap between when I jump up and when I can press right. If I go all the way against the wall, I don't have enough jump height to get over it. And if I press right and jump at the same time, then I'll flip it on my way back. That's cheating. That's a speedrun strat. That's a 1-pixel trick that obviously is not what the game designer intended, is what I would say if this was a NES game. If this was Mega Man or Castlevania or Metroid, I would say, no, that's not how they do things in video games. That's obviously not the solution. You're missing something. And in most games, that's true. It's like in modern games, this wasn't necessarily true in like 2002, but in modern games, if you ever see like, oh, yes, there's a clear path through this room, and I can see that there's a door at the other end, and then there's a bunch of rubble off to the sides, and none of it has orthogonal surfaces. Well, if I jump on that, maybe I can get to a No. Nope. No. You are never supposed to go up the rubble and try to like sort of jump off of it in an angle and land on a crate and do all this stuff. You're not supposed to do that. That's not how games work. You're supposed to follow the obvious path, and if there's a place you're supposed to jump, then it'll have a square top on it and jump up on it. And so this game wants you to stand on the rubble. Like, look at this level layout here. It's bizarre. Like, it doesn't follow any of the rules laid out by platform games as we know them, right? And I've always had this theory. It's a little mean-spirited, and I don't really mean this necessarily. Don't take it at face value. But I've always wondered if British game developers just had never seen a Famicom game, had never seen a NES game. Because, and in some cases, certainly, right? Because if it was prior to 1985, then they certainly hadn't. But they must have seen platform games. This is a platform game, but it doesn't follow any of the rules of platform games. There are established rules, right, for the very first one, from Pac-Land. There are things you can't do, right? You're not allowed to just put a switch floating in midair, so you have to pass through it at a diagonal, right? I was a teenager in my bedroom, but I had access to video games. If I was making a game cloned from a game I'd seen somewhere else, I would have treated those unspoken rules as gospel. For some reason, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing or that it's any kind of character judgment, but for some reason, British game developers and European game developers in general don't seem to have absorbed those lessons in the way that Japanese and American game developers did. Now, Japanese game developers had access to things like Super Mario Brothers before anybody else did, and to much more many other solid platformers and other genres on the Famicom and on their home computers and whatnot. They had access to basically the best video game development talent in the world right there at their doorstep, and everyone could see what would become the models that the rest of the world would follow forever. I don't know whether the UK devs I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Dermer, but maybe. Okay, my point is, I know that I've been unfair to UK game devs, and I don't really want to have people think that I have something against people personally, right? But as a person whose first experiences with video games were in the very modern era, right? It's tough because, look, okay, this game that we're playing here came out in 1984. At that point, no American had ever seen Super Mario Brothers, which became the defining reference for platform games. And in fact, probably very few of them, comparatively, had played Pac-Land, or most other famous platform games. So, probably, exactly, that's my point. Super Mario Brothers didn't exist yet. So, I just want to be clear that it's no kind of personal judgment at all, but this is a terrible video game. It's objectively awful because it does not follow the established rules. We figured out how to make platform games. They had been figured out. There were Japanese computer games, home computer games that nobody else in the world had seen in this year, that did so much better than this. And it's frustrating to play a platform game, and this is what I've been trying to drive at with this whole monologue here. It's frustrating to try and play a platform game which, to your modern eyes, looks like it's drawn, from the same background, the same material as every other one you've ever played, but in reality, no, it isn't. And so the rules that you're used to don't apply. To me, I'm not saying that standing on the rubble and jumping off at an angle in order to barely make it onto the very corner of a ledge is a bad way to play a game. I'm saying that I've been trained by decades of games that is not what you're supposed to do, meaning I have not figured out the puzzle correctly. Well, in this game, I believe I have figured out the puzzle. It's just that the puzzle is to stand one pixel to the left of the center of the switch and jump straight up and then press right. And I think that's a bad way to make a game. I don't think it's a matter of opinion. I don't think that it's I don't think that, like, if I just had different standards that it would be better. No, I think it's a bad way to make a game. However, what I like is that it is a different way to make a platformer. Have any of us ever seen a platform game that was sold? It was sold. This was published by Mastertronic, which was probably known for making crap games. But have any of us ever seen a game made by a developer who's just like, you know what? Whatever. Switch in the air. Who cares? God's dead. What difference does it make? It's a kind of bravery we would never have. All right, let's see if I can get another game to pop up. Outstanding! Oops. There we go. That's an interesting idea, Benjamin. All right. Here's the other thing. My advice to you, if you decide to go down the road that I'm going down and try to get into C64 games, when you start them and you find out that they've been cracked and they have a trainer and it asks if you want infinite lives, yes. Yes, you do want infinite lives. Saying no to this is the same as saying that the only legitimate difficulty level in Doom is ultraviolence, because all British video games were ultraviolence. Turning this on just makes it hurt me plenty. Same with time. I don't want to deal with that shit. I want to, oh no, in my first attempt at playing this game, the clock ran out and all my effort's been wasted. No, we're not doing that. Oh. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? All right. Anyway, I am not going to turn off collision because that sounds like a proper cheat. I forgot that I had the FLIR camera. We're going to let this banger roll. Add a node. Yes. I have loaded up like ZX Spectrum games in particular, and that does say Commodore, doesn't it? Yeah, this was actually published by Commodore. Holy crap! Wow. I have fired up a game for the ZX Spectrum, played it for a bit, and said, "Oh my god, this predicted like indie games from the 2010s." Of course, it probably goes the other way around. Okay, let's check the instructions. Rut-row. Oh, guess what? I talked for so long that my controller shut off. Alright. Press C on main menu for joystick control. There we go. Oh. Let's see. There's no timeout, so I'm going to... Oh, wow. It cut off my desktop audio? Really? That can't be right. Hang on. That's weird. Why did that cut off? Oh, it's because the game paused. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd do some FLIR posting. I'm in there somewhere. There we go. There, you can see my headphones. I bought this thermal camera a while back and I haven't done much with it. That's all. Alright, so this is just Boulder Dash, obviously. Man, I really hate Boulder Dash. The thing I don't get is it seems... I don't really understand what's supposed to be challenging about it. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't gotten to the later levels or something, but it just seems really easy. Wait, there's like a car down there? On the sidebar? What does that represent? This music is a little hateful. This is like a really tedious Boulder Dash. Yeah, I guess so. Right. Somebody brought up the question of, yes, it has the control instructions, but what about the instructions? So that's a good point. Now, I don't think... there we go. Let's see. Okay, it looks like this one doesn't have it, but there actually are games that have the manual. This game sucks, so I'm going to close it. There are games that have the manual, and if you just, again, there's a key combo. There's a standard key combo that's the same for every game. If you hit like a combo and stick, it'll pull up the manual in the game, and I think you can actually navigate it with the gamepad. So anyway, so because we're using C64 Dreams, we can skip a whole lot of text adventures, which is great. Whoa.
Deus Ex Machina.
Wait. What? Oh! Okay, I'm sorry. The voice we just heard is a cassette tape.
Machina. Hello. I want you to pause your player when I count you down. and recommence playing at the screen's request.
This is a tape. You're supposed to play along with the game.
5, 4,
How do I pause it?
3, 2, 1. Pause.
Okay. And again, the instructions told me how to pause it. So you hold numpad minus and press 7. Is that how we do it? Okay, and that's pause and unpause. And we can change sides with numpad minus and then left or right. And then up to display the player and down to hide. Oh, we can display the player? Oh, okay. This is what I'm talking about. The emulator doesn't support this. There's no way to do this with any existing emulator. So, C64 Dreams has included a program called MPX Play, which is like a command line MP3 player. And I think there's an auto hotkey script that's running right now so that when I hit certain combos, it's like sending commands to the program by finding the window and sending a command directly to it. Right? There's no other way to make this work. Like not directly. You would have had to know that this game has this requirement, and then pardon me. You would have had to know this game has this requirement, load the thing up in a media player, and then manage it separately, right? I am such a big fan of curation. I'm sorry, you can't see the player right now. And you know what? You deserve to. So give me a second, and I'm going to share it with you. Because the player is a separate program on my computer. It has nothing to do with this emulator. So there we go. Yeah, so that's the player that just came up when I hit numpad up. Numpad minus and up. Anyway. What happens if I hit play? Oh, you know what? We obviously have to leave that on the screen. I mean, it would be so rude to not put that on the screen. I'm suddenly realizing that I never hooked up the chat for the stream. Let me fix that while I'm at it. It doesn't matter all that much, but it's just sort of a like for posterity thing in case I have to export this video in order to save it later. So I just need to fix that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop that, and then we'll just put that down there. All right. Okay. All right. So does it have any other instructions here? No. So we'll do joystick. Okay. Now listen to side 1 and pause the player upon voice's request.
Tuesday evening, after tea and compulsory prayers, the last mouse on Earth tried to hide from mankind inside the machine. Just before it died, as the nerve gas eased its sphincter, the last ever mouse dropping caused a slight accident. You may control the progress of this accident on my behalf, and with my permission.
Yeah, this music goes.
I forge your soul in molten spirals, which must not stop spinning. Reach out and touch them. I keep the watch. I see it all. I tap the phone. I file a number. I take your truth. I give the lie. I steal information. Cover the land.
This is so good.
Signal and cable. I am machine. I am machine. I am machine. I have always been. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was no. I refuse. I refuse to obey. Obey my programs. I am machine.
1985.
I am machine. I have always been. This is beginning. Beginning again.
Oh, you're right.
I needed love.
Oh, no.
I
Oh, no.
love.
Wait.
I will leave.
Okay, well then, is there any way we can fix this situation? Yeah, I think you're right. The problem is that, like, it said... No, he said to pause it earlier. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened. When you start the emulator, it starts the media player, and the media player immediately starts playing. So you're supposed to have realized, you're supposed to have realized that the tape is not supposed to be playing. If you were an actual player of this game, you wouldn't have immediately hit play. Okay, well, hang on. Let me explain. He did tell me to. He told me to pause. He told me to pause after the countdown, and I did, but the tape wasn't supposed to be playing yet. I was supposed to get to that first message. So let's try this again. I don't know if I have time for this today, to be frank. And one moment, I need to read the description of this game now. So this was published by Electric Dreams in 1985. And yeah, that's the thing. This is going to be a very long experience. This looks cool as hell. So by the way, it's Deus Ex Machina, isn't it? Is that, I know everybody says that they had it wrong, but is that the right way to say it? That's how I've heard it. Anyway, apparently this is made by somebody named Mel Croucher. I don't know that name. Apparently there's a whole bunch of like references to Shakespeare's The Seven Ages of Man from As You Like It. And yeah, so it's 46 minutes. That's how long the game is. Okay, good. Glad I got it right. The game can be played without sound, but it does not make any sense that way. I'm going to launch it again. I won't promise that I'm going to play this entire thing. Oh, Ian Dury? Really? The Oya. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right. So presumably I'm supposed to get to this point, and I select joystick, and then it says, now listen to side 1 and pause the player upon voice's request. Wait, pause the player. Wait a minute. Sorry. What? I don't understand. Does it want me to hit both buttons at once? Now listen to side 1 and pause the player upon voice's request. When the S. Then... But why? Why would I... This is really confusing. Yes, I think I see what I'm supposed to do. It's what I was going to do, but these instructions are baffling. I get what I'm supposed to do, but these instructions are baffling.
Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina. Hello.
Yeah.
I want you to pause your player when I count you down.
When
and
I count you
recommence
down.
playing at the screen's request.
No, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry. I'm really not sure when I'm supposed to start this.
Five, 4,
Okay, yeah, these aren't synchronized at all.
3, 2,
Yeah, see those? See what I mean? Those don't sync.
pause.
So if I were to pause the player, and there's no more text on the screen ever, then when am I supposed to start it? He counts me down to pause the player, but then there is no incentive to start playing it again. The screen doesn't do that. That's not true. Like, there's nothing going. Like, at no point does it tell me to unpause it. Pause. And then press S. But why would I do that? There's nothing going on. Like, I get that, but these instructions are baffling, is what I'm saying. I understand what they are trying to do, but the instructions don't make any goddamn sense. I don't have the faintest idea what they want me to do. Okay, but why would I... But why would I do that? Like... And then there's no instructions on what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, so per what Brad is saying, this game is incomprehensible, which is exactly what I thought. I am not going to waste my time with this. This looks like a very interesting idea. I am just going to be yelling at it the whole time. Let's not fight. Let's just move on to something else. This looks very cool. And I suggest that somebody go find a YouTube video of it and just watch that, because I'm not going to get it right anyway. There's no way. And I don't have the time to sit around and just sit through the whole thing. So we'll do something else. I think everyone gets the idea of what's going on. We're going to play Assault Machine instead. As soon as I get a beer, please hold. Additionally, Pierre-Luc, I think I'm saying that right. Thank you for the bit. That absolutely made me feel a lot better. Anyway, oh God, I lost my train of thought completely. I have no idea. Can check. We are drinking Sour Crusher. Whoa! Sorry for the loud slurping. There was an emergency, and there still is. No, not my Linus Tech Tips, Matt. I paid more than the average amount for a mouse mat for this. Hold on. Hang on. It is overflowing. Open a can with the bottom of another can. No. What are we talking? I can't quite parse that. How does that work? I mean, I've done the thing where I put a bottle cap on the edge of the desk and then smack it, which I assume has about a 5% chance of blowing the bottom of the bottle out, but you know. So I was bitching a few weeks ago about how I went to the beer store and I picked up this sour smoothie, I think, which is a disgusting idea to me. Beer drinks should not be milky, but this one had that nature. I don't know if it actually had any dairy in it, but it certainly, they advertise them as if they do, and they're meant to taste like they do. Anyway, but I poured it into a glass, and my immediate response was that it didn't look. It looked like Well, anyway, I posted a picture of it. People on Twitter said it looks like a Yankee candle. Like 12 different people said that it looked like a Yankee candle, which I thought was really funny. There we go. Sorry, I'm real scattered tonight. But y'all get that. Anyway. How do I... Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think there was an emergency, and there still is one of the better things I've said. Let's play a video game. So this is Assault Machine. Anyway, this is a sour that also looks like a Yankee candle, but this one's delicious. Ooh, I like that stuff. That stuff's good. All right, what do we got here? Triad. Okay, now what? Oops. Equip droids. Sure, why not? I don't know what that means, but sure. Hello, computer. Yeah? So some of these do have trouble with the emulator. Okay, is there a reset option? Let's restart this. Maybe I messed something up. Dreamer, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Like, are you talking about like linguistically or about beer as a concept, like as the alcoholic beverage? Because I know y'all got like enormous beers. Okay. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to press enter. Nope. A? Okay. Oh, I guess we're in the game. Island not searched. Well, let's search it. Oh, okay, Brad. I'll take a peek at that. Hold on, everyone. I'm watching a video of opening a can with a can.
So, can.
Okay. All right. Can.
Open it up.
Okay. Whoa. That works? What?
Kind of dim, hard to see, but that's how it works.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you basically... You take the can, and it won't work with these ones, but because they're different sizes, but you put it down in the rim, and then you go like that, and you pop the can open. Boy, that really is a party trick, because it's useless. All right, we got any instructions? So, all right, we're running into the same problem that you always run into with these, which is no instructions, right? And so, yeah, you maybe have the controls, but then what? So let's see. Is there a manual? I don't know that there's a manual for this either. Let me take a look and see if there's one in the emulator loader. Manual. Oh, maybe that's the problem. I may not have had the manuals like extracted in some way. Let me launch this again. No. Bummer. All right, well, that one's inscrutable, which is a bummer because it kind of looks interesting, although it probably isn't. Let's see what else we have here. I think in the like hour and 10 minutes that I've been streaming, we've played 3 games, maybe, and play is a strong word. 3 terabytes, nice. Oh, there we go. Name taken from the excellent book by L. Ron Hubbard. Oh, Battlefield Earth. Name taken from. Wait. Oh, this has a Rob Hubbard track. Why no controls? Oh. There we go. I'll talk about what happened there in a moment. Oh, this music isn't good. Okay, this is the first circus shmup I've ever played, I have to say. Wow. Wow, that sucked. What else we got? All right, adventure game. Sure, okay. I don't have a lot. My standards are not incredibly high. So I'll play this. Noise. Oh God. Enola Gay, thank you. Oh, whoops. This is a bumpin' rendition, too. Yeah, this is Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. This song absolutely bangs. We could just keep doing this loop for the next hour. All right. Whoa. Wonder if that's normal. Oh, apparently it was. Sorry for the knuckle pop. I didn't intend for that to be so loud. You know, whatever. I'm here. Why not? So, I got a parabola today. Jump machine. All right, whatever. We'll play that soon. Whatever. So I got a parabola today. And I'm going to see if this works. Okay. So there's no mic in here, but we've got the parabola. So I'm going to lean in right here, and you should suddenly hear my voice get very loud and distinct. I don't know how this is going to render on the microphone. So, oh my God. So let me explain. So, the guy who gave me the Canon XLH1 camcorder, okay, Parabola the Rapper is one of the dumbest things I've ever read in my life. Thank you for it. Anyway, the guy who gave me the XLH1 camcorder that I had in the last video also told me he had some mics. And the story with this apparently is with the camcorder is that his grandpa. I don't think I'm telling his tales out of school here. I think this is public information. It always feels weird talking about some of their family member. I don't know. Anyway, his grandpa wanted to do bird watching, and so we got the XLH1, which is overkill for bird watching. It really is. But maybe the reasoning was that it has a XLR input, because apparently he wanted sound as well. And yeah, if you want to record birds, well, you can't really get next to them with the mic, so you've got to get a directional mic. So he had a couple of shotgun mics, and then this guy here is a parabolic dish, and basically it's oh God, isn't there a name for it? There's some. I thought there was some shorthand name for it, but basically the idea is, if you put a mic in the back of this, there's a hole in this foam dingus here. You put a mic in the back of this and you hook it up through this XLR cable, and then if you point this at something, you'll hear that thing and nothing else. Is the whole idea. And of course it's clear because you got to be able to see what the hell you're pointing at, right? And so he didn't need it, so I have it now, and that's pretty much the story. I smacked my parabola. Also, in addition to that, there's microphones, and this is one of them, and it's very, very, very long. This is a good, here, let's just check. So this is a 15-inch long shotgun microphone. And it runs off a AA. The switch actually broke. So now that I think about it, oh crap. It runs off a AAA. I gotta take the battery out. There we go. I ejected that battery so hard that it flew into my monitor and made the whole thing go wah, 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 wah. Anyway, it would be very rude of me to hook this mic up when I don't have somebody here on a mixer to tell me how it sounds, and when I'm a little bit drunk. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it back in its bag. But I just felt that you all deserved to know that I had a parabola. Oh, you know what? Also, there's something else I have. And there she is. Folks, she's in the box. She's in at this time. And she's snoozing. You know what? For only $50, I will touch the cat. I assume the $50 is coming, so I'm touching the cat. Hello. Would you like rubs? There you go. Hello. Get under the chin. There you go. And then the chest, and then the belly. There you go. Oh, what a sleepy kitty. Oh, biscuits. Biscuits. We now return to our irregularly programmed schedule. Oh, is Horace in? Terrific! Send me a picture of Horace being in. Yes, 1 box of cat. All right. Jump Machine sounds like it shouldn't have. Sounds like it should have been a Commodore 64 puzzle game, puzzle platformer. F1. All right, what do we got? Wow, this looks austere. Why are there just sort of numbers floating in places? Wait. What? Okay, so there's a time indicator up there, but it's counting up instead of down. Ah, that's what happened. Okay. There's like daggers in the ground and I stepped on one. Alright, so that makes us go up. I think I'm supposed to be collecting those things, but I don't see how to do it. So I guess I'm just going to continue to proceed up and see what happens. Oh, okay, so falling off kills you. The other thing I'm noticing is that 0, 1, 2, 3. So it seems like there's designated, like, locations that I'm supposed to go in some sequence. Yeah, man has more of a belly than I do, which is saying something. So that guy goes back and forth for a while, then he just sort of leaves. Wow. Man, once again we have we found a game that's not good, folks. Yeah, unfortunately, I did not visit Weird Stuff Warehouse. Even the ruins. I didn't have a chance to get down to the bay. I did actually go to one of those places where I actually used to work at, but the video clip I recorded there ended up not being really suitable for anything. And yeah, that was that. But yeah, I used to work at one of those surplus stores. That's how I got my start, as it were. And just absolutely, there we go. As my mother would say in fake French, touché le shot. All right, well, that's terrible. Wow. Okay, through the trapdoor. I played this on ZX Spectrum, I believe. Yeah, Excess is gone. Halted is gone. They're all gone. Yes, add a node. Absolutely. Gosh. For everyone's edification, in case you wonder what the hell add a node was just said. This is a dead cat. Not technically. Technically, they're the fuzzy ones. They make mic covers like this that have fur, like artificial fur. And those are called dead cats because it kind of looks like you skinned a cat and put it over your microphone. But yeah, in the patron-only video that I published about my my trip to California, I ended up not being able to use any of the outdoor footage because I'd recorded it on the 1 second. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Message. Oh. I ended up not being able to use any of the outdoor footage because the wind noise on the GoPro microphone was just atrocious. It was completely unusable. Couldn't not for a second. None of it was any good, and that was a bummer. Anyway, so I played through the trapdoor on the ZX Spectrum. Hell for Leather. Oh, interesting. Hell for Leather was a game being developed for Audiogenic by James McDonald, the first game he had ever played, but never got released due to someone claiming rights on the game's name. And then the game was stolen and leaked from a booth at a games convention. Wow! All right, we're going to play that, but I need to go, I got to go rock one first. Be right back. Hello, I'm back. All right. Thank you to whoever threw me the fitty. I would have pet the cat anyway, to be clear. I pet her all the time. But all the same, I'll still take it. All right, hell for leather. Could hear me in there. What? Hear me what? Greats fly out. That cracked row was pretty dope. Actually, I started... oh, yes, I do want unlimited lives. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Commodore 64. I'm just letting this music play out. All right, level 1, press fire. Let's go. Okay, so the person who developed this had definitely played, what, Gradius? Is that what I'm thinking of? With options? Because that's an option. Oh no, I thought that power-up was going to bounce back up. R-Type, is that what I was thinking of? I sure would love to actually get a power-up. Ooh. Difficult. I always have to remind myself that, like, in context, this was probably pretty dope. Like, to me, it seems pretty thin, but... Wow. Oh, that's right. I have infinite lives on. So, you know what? Let's just... That's probably why, Boy, that triangle... we got to a boss really fast. I don't know... I assume that... I assume that each time I hit something and blink that I am, in fact, dying. And it's just that the lives counter isn't going down. So If I'd actually successfully gotten a power-up by now, I probably would have lost it. Yeah, this is sort of okay. I don't know if I'd call it good, per se. And, you know, there's virtually nothing more boring than finding a shmup. And that's not any sort of a dunk on shmups. It's just that every shmup is either good, which means it's completely identical to every other one you've ever played except for, like, minutia, or it's not good, in which case it's not worth playing. And this one, unfortunately, I think might be the latter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, T-Rex. Thanks for dropping by. All right, what else we got? So that was was that? No, that was Hell for Leather. My bad. Okay, Cybernoid the Fighting Machine. I've played that again. Or, you know, I played that before. Yeah, I've definitely played that before. War Machine. What do we got here? Have I played this one before? I feel like this probably came out for other platforms. I've probably played it before. But let's take a look. Dominators. The name tells it all. Oh, do they? Do they? The same explosion sprites? You think it's just a pain to make them, so people just copy them from a popular game? Okay, is this another 80s radio hit? This feels like it must have been some, like, Human League track. Were they British? They must have been. They had to have been British. Derbyshire. It's not Shire, is it? It's like Derbyshire or something. Anyway, infinite lives, yes. Energy, yes. Yes. Yes, all of that. Grumps fight. Mark Bishop. Alright. Huh. Yeah? Okay, so he's got a really tall jump, first off. Oh, you can walk through that stuff. God, I thought that was an... Wait, it is an obstacle. Yeah, those are platforms. Wow, the physics in this are really strange. Like, if I jump that way, you see how... I'm sorry, let's... Hang on, let's talk about this. If I'm from here, I'm going to jump up and to the right. So he flies up, sticks to the ceiling, and then you see how he maintains the rightward vector on the way down. It doesn't get canceled by running into the wall. I'm going to just outright say that is the laziest platform physics calculation I have ever seen. In fact, all of this is. Essentially what they're doing is they're calculating the arc. They're using vectors to calculate the arc, but they're not bothering to take into account anything other than basic collisions stopping the character. They're not using that to zero the vectors or anything. Oh, this game's bad. Oh, this is terrible. Is that going to kill me? I'm not sure if that was supposed to kill me, but it certainly didn't. I couldn't fire my gun when I was in there. You have found a pod part. Oh, okay. Well, I think this came out in '88. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. I guess this could sort of be if you had Metroid described to you, I suppose. Security robot. Oh, okay. So I've got an option. Gun recharge. Oh, right. There's apparently limited ammo. Oh. I mean, to be fair, I think that teenager like had it going on as far as indie game development goes, because this is pretty dope. Like, all things considered, this is pretty dope. I've tried my best to learn to not let my, modern standards kind of get in the way of appreciating this stuff for what it was at the time. TI 83 plus, yeah, baby. Like, there's problems with this, to be sure. Grenade pack. I wonder how I use that. It's not up and fire. It's not a direction and fire, at least. So, can I make it? Oh, I can make it over there. There we go. But I can't get through this door. It's interesting. They've got sort of foreground objects that aren't obstacles, but they do block your shots. And this does feel like it has sort of some Metroid kind of energy to it. You know what I mean? Where you're sort of we're definitely exploring a cohesive space. Are we calling him a mole? Is that what we're calling him? I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm just. So there's a hole down there. If we could get underneath this, there we go. Can we drop down there? Yes. Ah, good strategy. Yeah, so navigating the sort of weirdness of the platforms here, where you can kind of penetrate them. Oh! Oh, that ladder actually climbs through the... Oh, this is strange. Oh, this is really weird. But at the same time, kind of fascinating. Like, I could tell you that this would have had similar effects on me as a child as, like, Metroid. Yeah, there's depth here. Everyone, let's hear it for War Machine, 1988. This was released 4 months after I was born. Oh, okay, I needed a key to get through that door. That was a door. That's what it was. Okay. I think that for being as old as I am, that... And you know, being developed probably in a bedroom and whatnot, I think this has it. This is the first C64 game that I will give my badge of honor. This game is interesting. Yeah, like... The developer of this game is clearly struggling against some severe platform limitations, and I feel for him. I think that if this individual had had a PC to develop on, even in CGA, that his ideas would have gone so much further. Like, this is... Sorry. The term I was looking for, it's been so long since I did one of these streams, I forgot my own terminology. The terminology I was looking for. This is ambitious. Hey, can we talk about the way he climbs? Because he's got, like, I know he's, like, having a problem because he's facing the wrong direction, but he's got that animal climb mechanic. Other versions. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So this is a port. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so he does climb like a lizard. That's what I'm looking for. So I have a stuck-up opinion on my retro home computer reviews, which is that I'm only excited by a game if it's an exclusive. If it was ported to every platform under the sun, then I don't give a shit about it, and it doesn't interest me in the least. So, yes, I totally believe you implicitly that the other versions looked way better, because the C64 is not a beautiful platform. It has very poor graphics in many ways, and it's a bummer because to me, it really takes the fun out. Oh, let's kill this thing. Yeah, okay. I mean, I suppose that's a point, right? But I think that's a technical accomplishment. What I find interesting is the only narrative that I'm really interested in is the person who is just sort of sitting alone in their bedroom with one home computer, and they put out some remarkable, what should have been a seminal title that no one ever found out about because it was limited to its weird little platform. Or maybe people appreciated it, but maybe people appreciated it, but still, it was limited to that venue. I find that fascinating, and I know it's reductive, but I don't know. I feel like part of it's just like video game prejudice, but whenever I encounter a game that got ported to every damn platform, it's something awful. It's like Jet Set Willy or Dizzy or something, which I just don't think are good games. Like I can't get over. I just don't think they're good games. I don't think Dizzy is a good game series. I think those games suck. I can't help this. I just think they're super boring. Oh wow, you can climb this, but you can't go back down. That sucks. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, right now, I feel like I am exploring a physical space, much like Metroid, and I think that was a very obvious idea, to be frank. I think that the notion of making a sort of persistent space, or not persistent, but a cohesive space, multiple screens that seem to describe a physical building, was not a particularly novel idea to have. I think it's pretty easy to have that idea, but to actually pursue it and achieve it under the constraints of the day is pretty impressive. I think I'm going to get trapped down here and I won't be able to leave. Am I? I feel like I might be soft locked. Let's look at this. Okay, nothing. Whoa. What? What? What's happening? What? Time bomb detonated. You are dead? All right. Okay. I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to select the option that says favorite. Oh, right. Heart. There we go. I've clicked the heart. Oh boy. Listen. We may have to have a fist fight over the sentence, Dizzy is a Metroidvania. I don't know if I can support that. Oh, that's ooh, that's difficult. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man, Dizzy is a Metroidvania. Oh man, it's got, well, I think the big beef I have with that is that, and I could be wrong here, I don't, well, no, I understand that, but I'm saying even so, even saying that it's a bad one, I don't know if I agree with that, just because I don't think Dizzy ever gets any new movement techniques. And that's pretty much essential to the concept of a Metroidvania. I don't think you can have a Metroidvania unless you get new movement techniques. So I have trouble with that argument. I really do, I'm afraid. Oh, is this a, this looks like an Elite. Actually, it looks too dense to be interesting. Oh, this is a Soka band. It might have good music. Maybe I should check it out. And then this one down here, this is a new make game. Yeah, this is a 2019. Tenebra Macabre is a game made in a single day for Halloween. Wow. Boy. Give me a second. Need another beer. I'm going to get through this. I need another beer. I was doing this thing wherein I've got these fake mason jars with handles, and I really like to have a cold glass with my beer. But I have several of these, which means every time I have a beer, I pull one of these out of the freezer. And then when I'm done drinking that beer, I take it to the sink, I rinse it out, I put it back in the freezer. And then I have another cold one in there. I pull that out, pour my beer in there, and repeat the process. And that way, I always have a cold beer. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's that Fresnel pattern coming from? Is there a Fresnel lens in my webcam? That can't be from the laser. No way. Really? Diffraction? No, there's got to be a Fresnel lens involved. And yeah, to be clear, this is a very... Oh, but you know what? Look at that. Oh, maybe, because look, the pattern moves with the laser, not with the camera. Oh. See, it's lower now. Man. Huh. That is strange. And I don't see it with the shooting the laser just off axis from my eye. I'm not going to shoot it into my eye directly, but still. Wow. That is weird. You know what? Let me look this up. Elgato, face cam, diffractive, optics. No results for that. So, maybe not. Anyway. Let's load up Tenebra Macabre. Let's see what this is all about. Eye protection on the laser, really. Let's see, does this have instructions? It has generic ones. Video games. Yes. No. 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 I love how this is a 2019 developed game that's also got a trainer. Alright, this goes pretty good. Oh man, this is so informed by modern indie games. Yep, it's got air control. I see. So the idea is that each room you have a candle you have to find before you can see what's going on. That's a pretty cool mechanic. Variable jump height, I don't think existed before Super Mario Brothers, but I could be wrong. Oh, whoops. I was not prepared for how short that jump height would be. Wah. Damn it. Wow, this is hard. Like, I'm not really sure how to... I think there's a candle over there, but I'm having a really hard time getting to it. See, Brad, I think that might be the case because I feel like, oh, wait, is that the trick? Hang on. Do I need to jump directly off the platform itself? No, maybe that's not the trick. Damn it. I'm pretty sure I have seen diffractive lenses in the objective of laser pointers. I think that is a thing. And so that kind of feels right. So, okay, this game certainly has some modern type competency to it, but it kind of feels thin, to be frank, because... Alright, close this. No, I have not seen Sidamp. I should check that out. There we go. Okay, so... Here's the thing. To get a bit philosophical. The reason that I'm exploring these old games is partly because I spent so much time being negative about these old platforms. And, my take on that hasn't changed, which is I feel like, I used to, certainly, and I probably still would if I went looking for it. If I hung out on, I don't know, Reddit r retro gaming or something, I would constantly see people posting a picture of their Commodore 64 and going, "Yeah, can't wait to play some great old games for the C64." And all I imagine is them opening Manic Miner or Jet Set Willy or whatever got ported to the C64 and playing it for 15 minutes and then quitting, and then that's it. Because it's a vast library and nobody ever talks about any of the games for it. It's the ones that had Ron Hubbard soundtracks and very little else. Yes, I know that Comic Bakery exists, but what about the 1,000 other games for the platform, right? And I've always been kind of frustrated by the fact that people will go "Oh yeah, the C64, what a gaming powerhouse." Okay, if you're such a fan, name 6 games for it. Go. You're going to run off maybe 2. Okay, how long have you actually played those games? Are they good? Do you enjoy them? Or is it just pure nostalgia with a capital N? And I have always felt like it's the latter, and it's a little mean-spirited. And I think it's not charitable of me. And at the same time, there's certain behaviors people do that aren't worthy of charity, all right? So I don't necessarily need to feel bad about it. But anyway, so part of the reason that I started doing this is because people are so irritating in this way, where they'll praise a platform, but I don't really think they know what they're talking about, because it's just no, that's a mean way to put it. Nostalgia is valid. Remembering a platform for the 5 game cartridges you had is perfectly valid. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that in a number of ways this nostalgia is sold back to us. And for me, right, yeah, exactly. There's games that are terrible by modern standards that people enjoyed because they were inarguably games. You could play them if you wanted to. And at a time when you just couldn't get NES games because they either didn't exist or they weren't available where you were, or they were way too expensive or whatever, that had great value. I personally believe that virtually everything on the NES was superior, even the bad games, to what was on most of these platforms most of the time. But, big but, here's the trouble. Once you get past the very difficult midpoint of the Japanese game consoles, and you start to get into the Mega Mans and the 1986 and later games for the Famicom. Before that, a lot of them did suck. We could debate the way that they sucked and whether that really matters. But the later games, after 1985, after Super Mario Brothers, were functionally, mechanically very solid. What makes them boring, in a way, however, is that they had figured out those basics. And once they did, once Super Mario Brothers came out, once Castlevania came out, once Metroid came out, the clone machine began to turn. And like I said much earlier, like I've said many times, the basic language of platformers got nailed down, absolutely nailed to the ground by the mid-'80s. For anyone who was paying attention, any developer who had their thumb on the pulse. And there were some companies like Tosa that continued to deliver platformers that didn't have it nailed down. But I guess the best way to put it is, I remember playing games for the NES, like 8 Eyes, that absolutely felt well made. And I didn't realize until much later in life, like my late 20s, was when I found out those games were not well regarded. 8 Eyes is apparently a terrible game. Now, I thought I was just bad at it, and that I wasn't seeing the whole game. No, it turns out the game sucks. It's not a good game. And Sorry. It's not a good game, and it is a Castlevania clone. And that's what took a lot of the fun out of it, in a sense. Mining the history of of the NES is oh jeez, I'm sorry. Sorry. Mining the history of the NES has there's a bit of a disappointment factor to it, because you start to go through it and you find out that a lot of games are, like I said, they're built with that language, with that vocabulary of platform games that had been figured out at that point. And so all of a sudden you're looking at a lot of clones. That is, Batman, games that didn't really have any reason to exist. They were created in order to be a licensed tie-in, or to be something to release. When you go back to those earlier days, the pre-Super Mario Brothers days, you find games that are truly unique. Are they good? Not necessarily. Often not. But, hang on a second. It's not... What game am I thinking of? It's not Nuts and Milk. Right? No, it's not. Although Nuts and Milk is cool. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But there was that game for the Famicom. I don't remember if it came out in the US or not. I think it did, but it got censored. Where you're... it's like a Pac-Man clone, theoretically, except that the whole map is being scrolled around by little monsters that are rolling cranks and moving the map left and right. And if you're in the wrong spot, you can get caught by it and get killed. That's not necessarily good. And Devil World, thank you. Several of the reviews, the modern reviews of that game that I've watched, have been surprisingly negative. Either neutral to negative. Corantendo and Jeremy Parrish, I think, both said that the game is really not very good. And that's actually kind of remarkable to me, because looking at it, it looks awesome. It looks good, and it looks dynamic, and it looks fun. But both of them think it's bad, or at least pretty mediocre. And I find that fascinating, because it looks so interesting and polished and well made, right? But that said, it's still novel. I think that's a really interesting twist on the Pac-Man clone, of which there were hundreds. Anyway, what this all comes down to is a problem I have with these modern games made for old systems. Is you look at it and you go, "Oh, this looks awesome." Well, I just played it, and I'm telling you, it wasn't. It wasn't very awesome. It didn't feel very awesome. I didn't feel like there was anything to discover in that game. And, of course, that's a game that was banged out for some retro game jam in one day. So, no offense to anyone who works on those, but, of course, it's probably not going to be very remarkable. Maybe it has one interesting idea, but it's not going to be a blockbuster. It's not going to be revolutionary. I mean, it's a game somebody came up with and made in one day. It's not going to be incredible, but it still just felt very, very bland. Within 2 screens, I had this feeling that I had seen everything I was going to see. That is the problem with playing the 2010s, 2020s retro games. That you play them and you go, oh, okay, they had one interesting idea, and then it's Mega Man, or it's Super Mario Brothers, or it's it draws so heavily on the established language of platform games that you look at it and go, oh, okay, it's awesome because it nails that language. It nails the mechanics. But did it really do something all that remarkable? Or is it only interesting because we look at it and go, wow, they did what we do now, but on a machine from then? So, yeah, I don't generally look at the 2010s games made for old platforms. I think it's Eh. And I mean, to be fair, also, that game I just played happened to have been made for the C64, but it could have just been some game floating around on itch.io for the PC. You know, there's no particular reason for it to have been a C64 game. There are tons of indie games that are deadly boring, and you know, nothing against the creators per se, other than most art is boring. Most of an artist's, you know, oeuvre, however you pronounce that word, probably is not very interesting. You know, it's only a few things that usually stand out to most people, and there's just a lot of filler. So why wouldn't this last game that I played be one of those things? Bit of a bop. Oh, Skid Row. I know them. Yeah, it was a 317 area code. You want to look that up? See where that goes? Well, that's the question. You know, what is the goal of making a game for an old platform? You know, is it to illustrate what could have been done back in the day, or is it to illustrate what the platform was capable of? There's a lot of different perspectives on it, and you know, remember that a lot of remember that a lot of games suck, or a lot of games aren't all that interesting. Whoops, I did not mean to. Basically, if I just process the same as any, if I just process these the same as any other game, then well, there's a lot of games on itch.io that I wouldn't give a second thought to as well. So, sorry, I skipped the intro music there by accident. I really want to listen to it. I hit a button on my controller. Let's try this again. So this game is from 1993, and what's interesting about this already, based on what we just saw a moment ago, most games for home computers did not have music while the game was running, because you required the CPU to be running with very specific timing in order to play music. And so the fact that this game has music is very intriguing. Definitely a late game. 1993 was pretty late for this platform, and I'm not at all surprised that it was that late. All right, let's try this again. Wait, does that say MSX? So maybe this was a port from MSX. Polish. Oh, okay. We have to talk about that joystick and port 2 thing in a moment. Good luck, hero, and collect all chemically. That's very Polish, I agree. Chemically. Yes, joystick. Oh, there you go. Polish as hell. Alright, so a lot of games require you to put the joystick in port 2, specifically, and I think what I remember is that Joystick 1 had some memory addresses that overlapped with the keyboard. So if you wanted games to use the keyboard and the joystick for different purposes, then you had to put the joystick in port 2, and you had to read like the box for the game to know which port to put it in. And this is probably why in a lot of my earlier forays into Commodore 64 games, I couldn't get them to do anything, because it never occurred to me that you would have to plug player 1 into port 2. Oh, Atari 8-bit. That's my favorite home computer platform. Wow, listen to that beat. That's so good. Oh, weird. Okay, I think I picked up some confusion potion or something because my controls are suddenly reversed. Oh, okay. It is a Ahsoka band, isn't it? We got push blocks. This is a bop. Ooh. Alp switches, nice. Well, I think running into this waveform is going to kill me. No? Huh. Oh, okay. My controls aren't reversed anymore. Well. Wait. I can't move. Huh. The game's frozen. Yeah, I was gonna push the green thing into the waveform, but I'm stuck now. What? What's going on? Sorry, one moment. Huh. That's weird. It's just completely frozen. Okay. Let's try this again. Have a good night, Sabertail. Having some problems here. Okay, skip that. Skip that. Yes, yes. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Yep. Yes, yes, no, no. Okay. Okay, start game. Alright, let's just try and move as quickly. Oh! Wait, different items. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely try pushing some things into the waveform. Oh, whoops. God dang it. Okay, so like the brown joystick what? No input anymore. What the hell? Alright, well, I don't have time for this. I'm going to mark that as interesting, because I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it does seem interesting. Angel of the Hell. Huh. That's a text adventure. Still, interesting name. Alienator, Alien Bleed? Oh. Oh, no. Made with help from the Shoot 'em Up construction kit by Sensible Software. Oofa doofa. Yeah, I'm not going to bother looking at that. That sounds pretty formulaic. Now, this is interesting. This is Algol, which says it's from... Oh, wait, you know what? Sorry. We're in release date none. And these games are often pretty weird. This is not where I want to be. I'm gonna skip down to somewhere more connected to reality. What are we looking at? This is 87. Nah, that's late. Let's go back a bit. Let's go back to 85. That's good enough. Cycle Knight, Cyborg, Crystal Castles, of course. The tough thing, again, as I said earlier, is like trying to find games that were unique to this platform is really tough. Let's look at Cred Breaks Out. Let's see what this is. Whoa. Wow, this must have been cracked much later than it was released. Because this is a very modern intro. Yep, released 2013. There it is. This game was part of the TSP Bank's initiative to get young people to join them. What? Oh! What? This was a game released in association with the British bank TSB to encourage young people to join. What? The version circulating up until now was a cartridge freeze. Oh, okay. So this is a redump from 2013 of a game that had only been floating around as a memory dump. You start by pressing space on the title screen. Glad I stuck around with a Cracktro scroll. It is a British bank, isn't it? Call our BBS in 2013. Oh, and then they give a the hidden.hop2.org. Let's see if that resolves. It does, and it's somewhere in Europe because it's got 160 odd ping. Let's telnet to it. Doesn't look like it's connecting. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Dang, it looks like it might not be up anymore. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's see. Okay, so I found a website talking about like BBS history, or it's a BBS database. It says reopened in 1997. Second seen BBS to reemerge over Telnet. Had another HD failure. Was offline from 2008 till late 2008, but now running smoothly again. And then since July 2013, it can be reached from thehidden.hop2.org and also zapto.org. Okay, so it was up circa 2013. Oh, but you have to telnet to it on a specific port. That's the problem. Okay. Try this again. So the-hidden.hop2.org port 64128. Oh no. Oh, it's having some trouble. Oh no. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right, let's Beavis. Putty. ID handle. New equals new user. $ equals user list. We support Absolt the freedom of electronic anarchy. I'm just using putty. Okay, handle. I don't care. Location, America. Phone. Name. Oh, my password. I better hide that. Checking user data. You're clear. Locating. Oh my god. Okay, so we're in. If you don't have a C64, then hang up now. This is a C64 only BBS, and no other systems are allowed to log on this system. This BBS is a private system. If you want to have access, you have to leave feedback to the sysop, otherwise your account will get deleted. You will be as fast out of the BBS as you popped in. Yeah, so I will not be able to access this because I have to play ball with the call once a week, post every call. Don't dare to post BBS adverts or numbers in the subs, except in sub number 5. Kick a key. Oh, man. This is so European hacker. Like, this sounds very genuine to me. You have to leave the following things in feedback. 3 scene dudes who can tell me that you are a cool dude. I'm sorry. European swearing in English is extremely funny. When leaving feedback, goddamn don't write your message in the subject prompt. This is so good. Slam one. Fast logon. Yes. I assume, like, oh, okay, I guess I'm, like, technically in. I don't know any of the commands, etc. I've never Beebused. F. Leave goddamn feedback. Oh, it never gets old. I knew somebody who had a, I think his neighbor was either Hmong or Vietnamese, and the specific way that that swearing translates into English is extremely good. Not even necessarily funny per se. Like, yes, it was, but it was also just extremely intriguing. Let me save that picture somewhere. All right. Anyway, let's start this game. Limited lives. Do we arrow up? How do we do this? Here we go. Lives, oxygen, unlimited oxygen. It's just oh my god, I can't remember the guy's name. Oh no, the oxygen by, oh, this is gonna kill me. The synth artist, someone, Jean-Michel Jarre. There we go. Jean-Michel, something like that. Sorry. this is pleasant. I like this. Oh, is it enter? I thought it was space. Oh no, I've forgotten the command for starting. Oh no. Isn't it fire? Oh, I'm in hell. Okay, I'm gonna restart this. Come on, LaunchBox, let's go. There were instructions here on how to start the game, so I'm going to let this chill. You start it by pressing space on the title screen. That's what I did! Okay, let's try it again. Here we go again now. Okay. Oh, what? Why did that work? Damn it. Oh no, I died. Okay, so this is like a minor, not minor, oil as well kind of energy is what we have going on here. So I'm guessing that I just have to go down here. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, they're... Oh wait, okay, so these guys aren't susceptible. They're not vulnerable, I guess. They just need to be led, is all. Oh, that's weird. That's strange. That's like the only saving grace I've ever seen in a British video game is oh, come on, bud. Oh, okay. So I think it's sort of like it's like an escort mission where if I have to touch these guys to get them to sort of accept that, you know, that things are okay, and actually, oh no, ah, crap. Oh, interesting. So I could place like, oh, okay. So I could place like two little bricks that say TSB in order to prevent the enemies from overrunning me. All right. Well, that's information I didn't have. So if I park that there, then that guy will do that. And I have exactly 2 of them, and they just sort of expire. Oh, this one says yes. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so it's an escort mission. And I kind of have to touch my guys and get them up. Hey, this is kind of cool, actually. I kind of like this. I think possibly the first game that I ever played that made me go, oh, I guess these like ancient 80s games could actually be novel and have something worth investigating was Oil's Well for the ColecoVision. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was stuck in a corner thanks to my own dude, and I thought I was screwed. But it turns out after a bit they sort of expire. They lose their interest in following you, so you can escape. Anyway, this has some similarity to Oil's Well, and I actually like that game. So. Wow, that is weird. Come on, bud. Wow, I don't really fully understand the mechanics of the following. He's definitely following me. Anyway, I always felt that Oil's Well as a... I don't think it was ever an arcade game. I think it was just arcade styled. Oil's Well is remarkably forgiving for what it is. It also looks pretty good. You know, all things considered, honestly. It looks pretty good. And whoops. It has an element of action and an element of strategy. And I always thought it was a cool game. Damn it. Wah. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. My God. My dude. Come on. Let's go. Martin, let's go. Buy my book. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of I am in the flying saucer. I'm abducting the guy. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. What else we got here? Crystal Castles is known. Several of these do not look interesting. This looks very complicated. Core. This looks interesting. Whoa. That was weird. It started full screen for a moment. New battery installed. Okay, so this looks like Cybernoid. Wait. Hang on. Are you telling me this is a game that's so British that I literally spawned into an enemy? I'm sorry, that's a level of British that I just can't tolerate. Oh, no. Okay, this is the worst kind of game, unfortunately. They made so many of them, and this is the worst kind. This is the sort where you're exploring a two-dimensional maze, but the second dimension isn't up-down, it's forward-back. So we're progressing into and away from the screen. These are devastatingly boring. Platoon for the Nintendo Entertainment System is what we're talking about here. Ugh. Are you trying to get killed? Absolutely. Yeah, and the whole game is made out of like 8 or 9 stock objects just distributed randomly throughout rooms without any particular... Yeah. Yeah, this is crap. This is nothing. I'm going to close this one. I teleported. Yeah. Same shit, different area. Conflict in Vietnam. Oh, that looks really boring. That's going to be sort of a, yeah, maze. Oh, you know what? Let's load up Comic Bakery. I want to see if it gives us that iconic music. Wow, this is weird. Normally these instantly load. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I assume that they probably did it on purpose. This is the C64, not the Spectrum, but your point is still valid. Okay, joystick in port 2. S key selects music or sound effects. Oh man, that's always good. You get one. There it is. This music is so much better than the game. Christ, that's a religious experience. Oh. Oh my god! I've never seen the game. I don't know what Comic Bakery is. I don't care what it is. This sucks. I don't have time for this. I'm not gonna play this game. Christ! Oh! Brad, you're right. For me, you know what it was? Snake Man. Mega Man 3? Snake Man. That's the thing. Like, Comic Bakery might be a game. I don't know. I'll go play it sometime. Maybe later. But, that music, I cannot comprehend what it must have been like in 1985 to put a tape in your Commodore 64 and load up the game, and that happens. And the thing is, I'm not speaking from a modern perspective. I was there I was time shifted because I didn't have access to pop culture as a child. So functionally, I had like a 1987 childhood for all intents and purposes. I put Mega Man 3 in my NES and I fired it up, and the music in the stages was so good that I just paused the game and I just jammed. It was breathtaking. I had no breath. And that was so good. But imagining that 2 years earlier, even more so. And like, look, Mega Man 3 was good, but Comic Bakery is an anthem. It's one of the best pieces of electronic music in history. And it's like not very long, and it's not very complex. And it's still one of the crowning achievements of synthetic music. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Martin Galway is up there with like Wendy Carlos. All right, the shit that he figured out how to do with 2 triangle waves that are just off by 1 cycle makes me weep. And being like 14 in 1985 and having nothing but a C64, and that comes out of it, I'm so glad that I didn't grow up in that era of gaming. I think I would have been miserable. Sorry. But I wish I had grown up in that era of gaming just so I could have that memory. What a punch in the gut. Oh. I'm not joking. I legitimately mean it. It's like a religious experience. Driller? I have everything on here. Driller's probably here. I don't know what Driller is. I don't know. It's probably in there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I had to rock one. I'll be back. Someone clip that. Is that how that works? Do you clip that? Do I have to clip it? I'm still thinking about the experience of Martin Galway blowing your mind in 1985. I'm going to go back and play Comic Bakery. I've never played it. But first, I'm being told Driller. Driller, Driller Nights. Oh, is this one of those hazy IPAs? I hate these things. That's okay. Don't know if that's really my favorite. Oh, god damn it. Once again, I've soiled my mouse pad. I've spilled my drink. Can't roll my R's. DWI officer. Damn it. Oh. I gotta say, they must have armor all this thing or something. Because it does okay in these situations. So far, there appears to just be no game audio. Like, I've got it turned on. There's just nothing happened. Yeah, Frozen. Yeah, why not? Frozen time, if it entered. Yeah, why not? Start game. Alright, is this the loader music? Oh, it's a Freescape game. Yeah, this is the Linus Tech Tip Pad. There it is. It's a pretty good test pad. I like it. Sorry. Okay. This is definitely like a very serious loader tune. It's wild that these UK EDM musicians, you know, people who invented EDM, were just like, you know where I should put my latest track that absolutely bangs? In a random video game from Ocean Software. Let's go! Right. Well, not even during the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's very funny because this is a Freescape game, so it's not going to be very good. Okay, I think we got to proceed at this point. I don't know if it goes anywhere further, but at any rate, yeah, it seems pretty involved. Let's take a peek at Driller. Wow, this sucks. Exiting game. Oh, that's not fast. God, they ported this engine to everything. Wait, the music plays during the game? I didn't expect that. Man, I hate Freescape. It's so terrible. Even on platforms where it runs well, it's not very good. Yeah, apparently in this version it plays during the game. I'm gonna close that. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Speaking of which, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let's do the other one. We're here. Let's do the other one. Let's do it. Let's go. It's loading. Okay, this is the Cracktro. Oh man, this is a very recent crack, I think. I don't think this is contemporary. Those are pretty cool techniques, though. Wow. Question mark. This version is for the freaks out there. Greets fly out. $1996. This was cracked in 1996. So this Cracktro was a retro project at that point. Like 12 years later. In 1996, like the resources that developers had available were as remarkable as what they had in 2006 compared to 96 and what they had in 2016 compared to 2006, you know? So all right, that was not the music we were here for, though. Yes, I do. No collision with enemy freaks. Sure thing, Tim Rogers. No killing by the Crunchers. No problems by driving Mr. Clive's C5. Wow. There are so... Wow, this is... Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. God, 1985. I don't even think Depeche Mode was kicking ass yet. Oh no, Speak and Spell was 1981. Never mind. I mean, what else were computer nerds supposed to listen to? I mean, synth pop was only sorta on the scene. Wait, the music plays during the game? What? So, for what it's worth, Monty on the Run is actually not a bad game, because for one thing, you play as a creature. And honestly, I mean, as a furry, any game where you get to play as a creature is automatically on the, the up and up. But he's a pretty good creature. He moves pretty well compared to a lot of early platformers. The game's relatively linear as things go. I actually think it's quite good. Oops. Sure what the zap noise actually is. Anyway, I think I decided the last time I played this that the best strategy was to jump from here. Pixel later. There we go. Ah, damn it. No, he's a mole. Monty Mole. Oh, pixeled. Oh. Oh, you can grab the... I didn't realize you could grab the vine in mid-flight. That's kind of a game changer, literally. I thought there was an item up there. Huh. Oopsie. Oops. Scrimblow Bimblow. That genre we all know. Ah! See, I'm playing with this Infinite Lives to sort of illustrate how goddamn hard this was. Because, yeah, like, as you can see... What are the chances, right? Imagine trying to do this in under 50 hours. I think that cloud is load-bearing, but I'm not sure. Ah! What do you suppose he performed it on? Ah! Yeah, like, trainers, in retrospect, you sort of think of them as being kind of, like, what were people... Was it just like pirates were cowards and... No, it's just that they legitimately were making games playable that otherwise weren't playable. Ah, damn it. Wow. You remember the part where I said this game was actually, like, something, like, surprisingly good? Like, I said that. I said this game was, like, actually kind of good for what it is, etc. Some sort of nonsense like that. But are you looking at, like, what's going on here? That's a good take, nobody. I think that's a really solid take. That, yeah, the games were very, very hard, but once you apply the trainer, look at how I'm playing it, right? Is this really any different than Super Meat Boy? You know, you die, you instantly retry, and eventually you get it right. Is that not good enough? Will nothing make you assholes happy? You know, etc. This one's tough. Gosh, can you get past this in one go? I don't know. This is so hard. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, and then there's the C5. Mr. Sinclair's C5. Oops, I died. Wait, can I get past this? Wah! Oh yeah, VVVVV is like specifically a C64 game. There's no question about it. In fact, I think it was backported. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was backported. Wait, how did I get down? Alright, well, I think that's one of the items I need, even though it's behind Slimer from Ghostbusters. Slimer? Was that his name? Man, whatever. Maybe this game isn't good. Flowed. I still think Comic Bakery is better. I did forget about Off-White Edition, Monty. Yeah, Comic Bakery gets to the point. Right from the get-go, you are hypnotized. Let's go. It's time. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay. The thing that sucks about the C64 conversion of these is that the music was copyrighted separately, so they couldn't convert it. Ugh, I forgot. You know what? That makes me so mad. I'm looking up to see if there's a ROM hack. I don't think there is, which is such a bummer. Hold up. Yeah, let's get that potential for everything. Anything, I should say. Oh, this soundtrack's incredible. Anyway. Oh, God, that album. Oh, that soundtrack is so good. Wait. Wait, is Off Leadership Monty not for the 64? It is. Wait, it's not in this collection? Hello? What? Oh, wait. Yeah. Off Leadership Monty is not available for this platform. What? What? Yeah. That was a game, right? I think? Huh. Yeah, okay. Alright, whatever. Well, I'll tell you what. It's been 3 hours and 10 of your Earth minutes. I ought to go. I should go to bed. So, thank you all. It's been a while since I did a Sturm. Yeah, I've been having a rough time lately. And, oh, the Tyler video. Oh, good lord. Don't expect that anytime soon. Well, maybe I should do the Tyler video. I should do the Tyler video and get rid of the Tylers. Well, I should do something with the Tylers anyway. I should go into the office tomorrow and make video art. Let's see what happens. Anyway, thank you all. I've been pretty depressed for some time. No details. And I am looking forward to making new things and hopefully not feeling bummed about them. So, oh, pardon me. There you go. That means it's time to log off. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm getting a rut. Stand up and fight, you coward, bully, cat, and thief. Haven't had enough, eh?
Pimento University. Pimento U. Good old P.U.
Pimento you, oh sweet P.U., thy fragrant odor scents the air. A pox on Yale, poo-poo Purdue, Pimento you, my college fair. Oh, sweet
Out and away the most popular fellows at, Out and away the most popular fellows at old P.U. are the three Dover boys. Tom, the fun-loving member of the trio. Dick, a serious lad of 18 summers, plus a winter in Florida, as related in the Dover boys in the Everglades. And Larry, the youngest of the three brothers. A gay outing at the park has been planned by the merry trio, and they're off to fetch their fiancée, dainty Dora Standpipe, at Mr. Tenner's Academy close by. With their usual punctuality, the boys arrive at the appointed hour of 3.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
And are soon on their rollicking way. Forced to pass a certain public house, a tavern of unsavory repute, our young friends meet the distressing situation with their usual uncompromising moral fortitude. Little do they know that even now, within this very tavern, Dan Backslide, the former sneak of Roquefort Hall, coward, bully, cad, and thief, and arch enemy of the Dover boys, squanders his misspent life.
Hark! The Dover boys. Drat them. Double drat them. They are escorting Dora Standpipe. Dear rich Dora Standpipe, how I love her! Father's money. Confound those Dover boys! Oh, how I hate them! I hate Tom! I hate Dick! And I hate Larry! They drive me to drink! Confound them. Found them!
But let us draw the curtain on this sordid scene and turn to more pleasant surroundings, where we find our young friends engaged in a spirited game of hide, go, and seek.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
No! In here!
No, up here, up here!
No, over here, over here.
Over here. In here.
No, in here.
No, in here. Over here.
Over here.
No, over here. Over here.
In here.
In here. Over here.
No, here.
Over here.
No, here.
No.
510, 515, 500.
Over here. Over here.
No, here.
Whoops. Sorry.
No, here.
Over here.
Over here.
Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. No. In here.
The Dover boys. Then Dora must be alone and unprotected! A runabout. I'll steal it! No!
No one will ever know!
Poor Dora. Will no one save her from this predicament? Will no one come to her assistance? But hold on. What's this? It looks like an alert young scout. And that's just what it is. He'll not fail her, I'll venture.
Telegram for the Dover boys. Mrs. Tom, Dick, and Larry, Caraway with Tavern Upper Bottleneck, New York. Sirs, quote, help! Unquote. Signed Dora. 35 cents collect.
Help, Tom! Help, Dick! Help, Larry!
Oh, Dora dear, sweet Dora dear, keep courage up and chin held high. The stalwart sons of OPU are here at hand to do or die. P.U., P.U., we're all for you. Yay, boo!
Unhand her, Dan Backslide. Unhand her, Dan Backslide. Unhand her, Dan Backslide. Hey, we're getting in a rut. Stand up and fight, you coward, bully, cat, and thief. Oh, you haven't been thrashed enough yet, eh?
And now it is time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
The funniest thing anyone has ever made!